That brings me to John Halverson, someone else I like a lot. He is the defense attorney for one of the accused, Jeffrey Mackey. John, it's good to have you back. Thank you so much. You heard the DA talking. You also heard the things I heard. And while he wouldn't get specific, he sure did lay out a lot of things they have. And these are the things that defense attorneys feel like they're like, it's like racquetballs coming at you full force. License plate readers, video, digital evidence, cell phones, blood evidence, all that has to spell, oh, damn, to you and your client.
Well, not necessarily. It has to go back to the fact that he has to prove each and every thing or an element of the crime. So I understand he has an investigation. They're going to do a very good job and a thorough job. But at the end of the day, they still have to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt.
Is your client speaking freely with the investigators? And you know what I mean when I say this. If there's a group of people who are being investigated for a crime, oftentimes it's the first guy who comes forward who gets the best treatment. And oftentimes that concentric ring squeezes to the middle. And the last guy, it stinks to be him or her. Is your client the first guy or the last guy?
Well, I will say this to you. Obviously, I advised him not to speak to law enforcement during the arrest. And if he was a cooperating witness at this point, I would not reveal it. It'd be too early to do that.
I'm sorry, if I'm hearing what you're saying, and maybe I didn't hear properly, if he weren't cooperating, you would have advised him otherwise? Sorry, be more clear for me.
No, I said if he was cooperating, I wouldn't share that at this point. You know, that would be a confidential situation.
Yeah. But again, if he's an innocent guy, you would imagine you would advise him right away, give up the others, don't go down for what they did.
Well, I may do that or I may not do that, but it would be confidential and it would be something between the district attorney's office and my office. However, it's still very early on in the investigation. I don't know what information they have or don't have. And once I have that, I can advise my client better.
Boy, is it ever early. It's usually by now we've got the victims' names officially. And even today, we only have one of the victims' names because the family gave it to us, not because the police. Let me ask you this. I think you mentioned to me before that your client, Stephen Brown, is in a romantic relationship with Alexis Nieves, who was listed as homeless, but I think you said she's staying at that house. A, are they still together and discussing this case together? B, is he discussing anything with any of the other co-defendants? And C, where are they all living now that the house is not habitable due to the blood and gore that was in the pipes?
My client's Jeffrey Mackey, not Stephen Brown. But yes, he is with Alexis Nieves. They are together. They are a couple. They are not from Suffolk County. They do not have family here. They are required by the court to stay in Suffolk County and not leave. So they are, and they're not able to get back into the home that they were staying in because of the evidence that was taken by the Suffolk County homicide detective and made the house unlivable. They are living in emergency housing, and yes, they are together.
They are in emergency housing. Can you just tell me what that means, emergency housing? Like what kind of emergency housing?
Once again, they're not allowed to leave Suffolk County. They don't have any family members here. They're not from Suffolk County. So they're scrambling to do the best they can to try to survive and have a roof over their head each night.
Does that mean they're in a homeless shelter?
I wouldn't call it a homeless shelter. I think that they're getting emergency housing. So whatever that means, I don't think it's a homeless shelter. But I think they are getting assistance from the county as far as where they're able to stay each night.
So they're getting county assistance while they're awaiting the possibility that they may be arrested and be given free housing in jail unless they can raise the bail, right?
Correct. Correct.
Got it. Hey, John Halverson, understand your hesitancy to answer certain things because even the DA couldn't say a lot about this. So once the spigots start opening up with the information, I'm calling you back. You know that.
And I'll be here.
All right. John Halverson joining us live again.
Nancy.
Thank you for that. Do appreciate it. Yeah, and I will talk to you again soon. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.